Hello Super Saver, I hope you're doing well. Today's video is for those of you who want to know how to buy new issue Treasury bills on Schwab. New issue T-bills are new batches of Treasury bills that the US government sells directly to investors via their auction process. This video will not talk about purchasing old Treasury bills that are already floating around in the secondary market. And if you're interested more in purchasing Treasury notes and or bonds instead of T-bills, no worries. The process for buying new Treasury notes and bonds is similar to that for buying new T-bills. And yes, I did open a Schwab account just so that I could make this tutorial for you. If you're new to T-bills, be sure to take a look at this Treasury bill checklist here on the top 9 things that you need to know about T-bills before diving into a T-bill investment. I've linked the relevant video below in case you're interested in further details. So let's get started and talk about how to find out when your new T-bills are available for purchase. How to buy a new T-bill at Schwab, step by step, and what Schwab's fees are for buying new issue treasuries. If you want to skip around to specific sections, I've included timestamps below. The government sells new issue T-bills via U.S. Treasury auctions. New issue 4, 8, 13, and 26-week T-bills are auctioned off weekly, and new issue 52-week T-bills are auctioned off monthly. New issue Treasury notes and bonds are also auctioned off monthly. This means that in the current environment, every week you can buy a new 4, 8, 13, and or 26-week T-bill. And every month you can buy a new 52-week T-bill to take advantage of rising interest rates. Once you know which T-bills you want to buy, download this tentative auction schedule from Treasury Direct's website. I've included the link for that also below this video. The first 3 columns, security type, announcement date, and auction date, are the most important. The security type column shows which Treasury securities are being sold. So here we have some notes and bonds, and below that, a bunch of T-bills. The announcement date column shows when a particular security will show up in your Schwab account and be available for purchase. Basically, when you can first place your order for that T-bill. This order that you place via Schwab is what is known in the industry as a non-competitive bid. And this auction date column here shows when the price yield of the security you've placed an order for will be determined. This price yield is determined via a competitive bidding process amongst the big banks and other institutional investors. In a nutshell, you need to place your purchase order with Schwab between the announcement date and the auction date. I know some folks have placed their order on the morning of the auction date, but I like to err on the side of caution and would suggest placing it the night before the auction date to be on the safe side. And if you're asking yourself, so I don't know the price that I'll be paying and the amount of interest that I'll be earning when I put my order in with Schwab, the answer is no, you don't. That will only be determined when the big guys do their competitive bidding on the auction date. You can, however, get a feeling for pricing and rates by going to this page here, Treasury Direct's Announcements, Data, and Results page, which I've linked below. It shows the rates for the most recent auctions by security type, issue date, and maturity date. And on Schwab, you'll get an expected price beforehand, this evaluated price here. I'll show you where to find this evaluated price later on. If you want more details on competitive versus non-competitive bidding, T-bill pricing, interest, and taxation, and my personal preference for buying at auctions versus the secondary market, then be sure to check out this T-bill must-knows video here that I've linked below. So for this tutorial, I bought this 4-week T-bill here, meaning I had to place my order with Schwab between the September 27th announcement date and the September 29th auction date, which is what I did. Now, let's walk through how I actually did this on the Schwab website. First, I'm going to log into my Schwab account. Here's my account summary screen that shows up. I'm going to go to Trade up at the top. From this pull-down menu, I'll select Bonds. What will appear next is this Bond Source System Agreement and Disclosure Statement page because I've never traded bonds with Schwab before. If you have traded bonds with Schwab before, either this Invest in Bonds at Schwab screen will pop up instead, or this Bonds, CDs, and Fixed Income Investment screen. We'll get to you very soon, so just bear with me for about 30 seconds longer. So going back to this Bond Source System Agreement and Disclosure Statement, for those of you who have not traded bonds with Schwab before, I'm going to scroll down and read through everything, and then click I agree, because, well, I do agree. This will take me to this next page, Municipal and Corporate Bonds New Issue Process, Informed Consent to Electronic Delivery of Information. Whew, that was a mouthful. Again, I'll scroll down and read through everything, and then click I consent. And finally, here I am at either this Invest in Bonds at Schwab screen or the Bonds, CDs, and Fixed Income Investment screen. Either way, I'm going to scroll down, and below Fixed Income Offerings, here's the link that will take me to Treasury Auctions. And this Find New Issues and Treasury Auction screen will pop up. If I scroll down, I'll see all the T-bills that are currently on auction, exactly like in the auction schedule I showed you earlier. This is the 4-week T-bill that I'm looking for. Here it shows the auction date, the date before which my order has to be in, the maturity date, and even an explanation that it matures in 1 month and 4 days from the day that I'm looking at it. And the minimum quantity is 1, meaning I have to buy a minimum of $1,000 worth of this 4-week T-bill. And as an FYI, this one here is the 8-week T-bill, as you can see from the maturity date and the fact that it matures in 2 months and 1 day from the day that I'm looking at it. And if you want more information, just click on the security. If I click on the 4-week T-bill, this box pops up. I can double check the maturity date here and here. And if I scroll down further, I see this evaluated price. If you click on the question mark next to it, this box pops up explaining to you what the evaluated price is. It's basically the estimated price that you will pay, and as Schwab states here, it may differ from what you will actually pay when everything is done and dusted, and it should only be used for approximate account valuation purposes only. So now that I've confirmed that I'm buying the right security, the 4-week T-bill, I'll just hit buy. That will take me to this enter order screen, where I'll confirm again that this is indeed a 4-week T-bill by checking the maturity date and this text next to it that says it matures in 1 month and 4 days from today. I'll enter a 1 here because I only want to buy $1,000 of T-bills, not $10,000 worth. Next to auto roll, I'll choose yes, just because I want to show you how it works. If I click on the little I next to auto roll, I'll get more information on it. As it states here, by selecting auto roll, I allow Schwab to automatically reinvest my T-bill on my behalf into new investments when they mature. And if I want even more details, I can click on this link here. I'm just going to go ahead and close the box though. Now, see this box here that says market order under order type? If I click on the little I up here, I'll see that this other box pops up telling me that a market order is an order to buy or sell at the best price available when the order reaches the marketplace. A market order guarantees execution, meaning you'll get whatever you're trying to buy or sell, but it does not guarantee the price. All purchases of newly auctioned T-bills are set by default to market order. I can't change this box because I'm basically accepting whatever price is agreed upon at auction during the competitive bidding process. And this box next to it here that says day only under timing, if I click on this little I here, it shows that day only means that my order expires at the end of the trading day, if not filled. Again, I can't change this box because for all practical purposes, it's expected that my order will get filled on the day of the auction. I'll click Review Order to continue, which will take me to the CD and Treasury Auto Rollover Agreement. As always, I'm going to read through everything. Do take note of these clauses. For Treasury securities, only bills purchased at auction with a maturity of up to 26 weeks are eligible for reinvestment. So, if you're buying 52-week T-bills, this auto rollover agreement does not apply to you. Also note here that my rollover Treasury securities will have the same face value and maturity as the one I originally purchased, so my $1,000 of 4-week T-bills. And my rollover Treasury securities will be purchased in the next upcoming public auction through the Treasury Department's non-competitive auction process. Now I'll scroll down and make sure I understand and agree with the rest of this agreement. Then I'll click I agree, taking me to this Verify Order page. I'll reconfirm my account number, the amount I'm purchasing, my auto roll selection, the security I'm purchasing, including the T-bill maturity date. I'll also double check my estimated fees, which are $0, and my estimated total cost, which is $1,000. I also want to point you to this message here. It basically says that by submitting this non-competitive bid, I agreed to accept the interest rate at auction, and that it is possible that rates on Treasury securities purchased at auction could be negative, resulting in a loss to me. Of course, currently, I don't expect this to happen. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying this T-bill or making this video. But it is a possibility that Schwab needs to warn you about. And it was not so theoretical not so long ago when interest rates were really low. At this point, though, I can still choose to cancel or change my order. I'm good to go, though, so I'll just go ahead and hit Place Order. And there you have it, folks. Here's my confirmation page. And on the day of the auction, once the bidding is over, I'll receive a trade notification like this one, showing me that my order went through and the price I paid. 0 fees. That's the great news. Schwab charges 0 fees on Treasury transactions, both new issues at auction and trades in the secondary market. And as you can see here, this includes Treasury bills, notes, bonds, tips, and floating rate notes. The caveat here is that you have to place your order online. If you call in and want to place the order via a human being, a broker, it'll cost you about $25. Okay, my financial friend, I hope this video has helped take some of the mystery and anxiety out of buying new issue T-bills from Schwab. And if you need more inspiration or are curious to see which T-bills I currently hold in some of my accounts, then take a look here at this video on how I built my $60,000 T-bill ladder to take advantage of rising rates in this current volatile market. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget that thumbs up and see you again soon with another exciting wealth building video.